Guys, I'm back with another video for the Raiden Eternal Burst team, but this will be the Raiden Eternal Burst National team. Yep, that's right. So what I've done is basically I've given Xiangling mainly 250 energy recharge. Energy recharge is not really big of an issue for Xingqiu and Bennett, especially if you have a C6 Xingqiu which produces more particles for you. So for this test, because my Raiden is C6, I will be using a level 1 weapon, and Bennett has a level 1 weapon as well, because I don't want this team to be doing too much damage, so I can demonstrate the second rotation, as this team is very strong already. So let's get started. Yep. So as you can see here, that is basically the Raiden Eternal National team. So Xingqiu and Xiangling have an elemental burst cooldown of 20 seconds, and that essentially gets reduced by 5 seconds because of C6 Raiden. That's why you can do the Eternal Burst rotation very streamlined. But for a C0 Raiden, it might not be as streamlined. However, it still does kind of work if you build energy recharge on Xiangling and you follow the rotation of, just to put it simply, Q first and then E. So elemental burst first and then elemental skill. And that elemental skill will generate particle for the next unit that comes onto the field and collects it. So basically with Xiangling, there was something specifically I built just for her, which was a Favonius Lance, because in hopes that her Pyronado and Goba would actually just proc one critical hit. And with that one critical hit, this will activate its weapon's effect. Yeah, so pretty much the whole team itself, they all have about 200% ER, except for Xingqiu, which I'll show later. So yep, gear the Emblem of Fate set, Constellation 6, Constellation 6 Xingqiu, and mainly because of this, if you don't have this constellation, you may need to build more energy recharge on Xingqiu. He is running a 2-piece Hydro with two-piece Nobilis set with the Sacrificial Sword, and stats, 180 energy recharge is probably a good substantial amount. I think it could go lower, and you could exchange that for more offensive stats, but yeah, I think this is quite a comfortable area for Xingqiu. Xiangling is 255 energy recharge. I have tested with 240 and it just barely makes it through, and 220 is slightly too less, and 200 is not enough. But I think if you have a if you don't have a C6 Raiden, you can't really benefit from the 5-second reduction elemental burst time. So essentially, you could just lower your energy recharge a little bit for more offensive stats, because you're still going to be waiting a while. It's not going to be entirely streamlined. And yeah, just Favonius Lance just really helped out a lot, just gaining particles or just making the team a little bit more stable with their energy particle regen. Bennett, as you can see, he had no issues. He had no issues with energy regen. So give him, the best high attack based weapon that you could possibly give him. So just bear in mind the rotation is Q first and then elemental skill for all of the 3 members there, and that should help chain these energy particles throughout the entire team and create an endless burst cycle.